This is our second video presentation for Hyperbola. What shall we do in this video? In this video, we shall lay down the equation, the standard equation of a hyperbola with center at the origin. We shall show two sets of equations. So one is for when the principal axis is horizontal, and one is for a hyperbola whose principal axis is vertical. So when the principal axis is horizontal, the standard equation of a hyperbola with center at the origin and foci at negative c0 and c0 is given by this equation where c is greater than a and c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. So this is a hyperbola whose principal axis is horizontal. That is your principal axis. So that means the branches of your hyperbola, one branch faces left and the other one faces to the right. When the principal axis is vertical, this is the equation where c is greater than a and c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. So when the principal axis is vertical, it means it is standing up. So the branches of our hyperbola, one branch opens upward, the other branch opens downward. So let us pay attention to the equation. What makes it distinct from the equation of an ellipse? Well, the operation. For your ellipse, the operation between the two terms is addition. But for a hyperbola, the operation is subtraction. How can you tell if the principal axis is vertical or horizontal based on the equation? Now look at this. When the term that comes after minus is y or y squared, the principal axis is horizontal. When the term that comes after the minus sign here or the subtraction here is x squared, the principal axis is vertical. Okay, so this is what I will do. I will show to you some equations of hyperbola, and we shall try to grasp the relationship between the graph and the form of the equation. So this one is x squared minus y squared is equal to 1. So it follows the equation of your hyperbola. A squared is equal to 1. B squared is equal to 1 here, by the way. So again, this is the sketch of the graph of your hyperbola. Again, when the term that follows the subtraction is y squared, the principal axis is horizontal. How about when the equation is y squared minus x squared? So the term that follows your subtraction is x squared. So the principal axis is vertical. Okay? So again, did I speak about b squared? Well, if you were to go back to the equations, b squared is the denominator that follows the subtraction. Okay? B squared is the denominator that comes after the minus sign. So here you have an a squared here, and that a squared is 1, and your b squared here is also equal to 1. The same with this one. So y squared over a squared, which is equal to 1, and then x squared over b squared, which is also equal to 1. Now how about when this is your equation? Okay, so it is visibly a hyperbola. Okay, so the term that follows your subtraction is x squared. So this means the principal axis is vertical. How about this one? Y squared over 4 minus x squared over 9 is equal to 1. The term that follows your subtraction is also x squared. So this should also be vertical. The principal axis must also be vertical. Okay, so this one is also vertical. Okay, what is the value of a and b here, or a squared and b squared? The denominator that comes after subtraction is your b squared, and the other denominator should be your a squared. With this one, the denominator that comes after subtraction is going to be your b squared, and the other denominator should be your a squared. Theorem 1.6, hyperbola with center at the origin. Determine the orientation of the principal axis based on the equation. Identify the values of a squared, b squared, and c squared. How about this one? What do we know? This one is a hyperbola with center at the origin, and the term that comes after subtraction is your y squared. So this one has a principal axis that is horizontal. I will show you as a guide the form of our equations. In standard form, this one is when your principal axis is horizontal. This one is when your principal axis is vertical. So again, let us pay attention to the subtraction. What term follows the subtraction? It's y squared. So this one, okay, it's like that one. So its principal axis is going to be horizontal. And so your hyperbola, one branch will face to the left, the other will face to the right. What is b squared? B squared is the denominator after the subtraction. So it's 4, and the other denominator is going to be your a squared. C squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. 16 plus 4, that's going to be 20. How about for our second equation? The term that follows, or the term that comes after subtraction, is x squared. So this one fits this equation. So its principal axis is standing up, it's vertical, and so our hyperbola, one branch faces up, the other branch faces down. What else? The denominator that comes after the subtraction is your b squared, and the other denominator is going to be your a squared. What is c squared? C squared is 25 plus 9, which is equal to, that's not equal to 29. It should be equal to 34. I'm sorry for this mistake.